I was on a call the other day with one of my paid consulting clients, whereby one of the things that they mentioned pretty much shocked me. He was pretty much doing all the things right. You know, he's budgeting, he understands under which category he falls when it comes to either if he has an investing problem or even an income problem. But the most interesting things that I discovered during that call is that a lot of our folks trying to do things the right way, but they don't have the right knowledge, the skill sets, or even the guidance on what it is that we should do when it comes, specifically when it comes to investing. Because you can invest all the way you want, right? But you should be able to understand that there's so many different investing buckets out there. All the way from the Roth IRA to a Roth 401k to 401ks, traditional IRAs, IULs, which are so many and diverse. But it's very, very important for us to understand what is the main distinction between all this. Or even then, what should be the best order when it comes to investing. That's why in this video, I'm going to break down why you should stop investing the wrong way and follow this exact order. Case in point, we have these different financial buckets. The first one being our 401k. If you have a job, make sure that you leverage and get your job 401k. If you don't, that is a starter conversation. And I will also make a video on that specific topic. So according to the consultation call that I had, someone was pretty much putting over 50% of his investing into an HSA. Then less than 5% to his 401k, right? Roth IRA also has 5%. This gives us already 60. And emergence, this was 0%. And 40% was within in his brokerage account. Now, when you look at these numbers on surface, he's doing a good job. Because someone being able to invest 50% of his saving portion into an HSA and having 40% in the brokerage account is good and great. But the challenge is with this exact strategy is that when an emergency hits, he's already knocked out because he has 0% in his emergency fund. So it's very, very important to know that, hey, I'm investing and have different buckets to use and leverage, but the way you use them makes the whole difference. So here is exactly what I told them to do to be able to improve their investing strategy. Number one, it's always to make sure that you build your emergency fund first. And the reason as to why this becomes our rock bed or even our foundation is that in case those rainy days come in, you already have some cushion. And by the way, when it comes to then number two, make sure and always leverage your employer match when it comes to our 401k. If you've not doing this already, please, I can't beg you enough. This is the only bucket, right, that you can leverage and get free money, especially, and of which this is the 90 to 100% of employees will usually go ahead and match your contribution. If they're giving you 4%, put in 4%. If they're matching you 5%, pretty much go ahead and take out and max out your 401k up to your employer match. Our order number three, for me, my always best favorite is making sure that I leverage an HSA. So HSA becomes in number three. If you're not sure what an HSA is, pretty much a health savings account. And this comes with the different triple saving strategies. You deposit in tax-free, it will grow tax-free. You also withdraw it and use it for health-related expenses tax-free. And my number four will always be a Roth IRA. So if you are using a Roth IRA, you pretty much know how good and great that is. The Roth IRA comes in number four. Roth IRA. And the limit for this year, I think, should be individually, should be up to $7,500. This is one of the great buckets that you can use and leverage, especially when it comes to retirement. If you're thinking long-term, thinking about retirement, make sure that you integrate a Roth IRA into your account or even into your diversification. And the good thing with this account is that you pretty much go ahead and put in what we call the post-tax. You already paid taxes on your investment. Once you invest that money in, it will grow and multiply tax-free. Meaning when it comes to retirement, you should be able to go ahead and take out your money without paying any taxes. So last but not least, when you've done all this, okay, when you followed that specific order, then now you have the liberty, especially if you have some money left, to go ahead and put some money into your brokerage account. Why? Because within this account, your money will be already taxed, and on every capital gain that you get, it will still go ahead and be taxed. So it's pretty much good and great, especially when it comes to flexibility. You know, you can always take out your money in and out as you wish. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Out of all these, right, all the way from the emergency fund, 401k, HSA, Roth IRA, and the brokerage account, which one are you already using? Or if you're not using any of these, what are some of the strategies that you are using to be able to pretty much stop investing the wrong way, you know, having your money into all these different buckets, but instead leverage and take full advantages of these great tax accounts and buckets in the better and the best way. I've actually recommended to my client out on this list was to make sure that let them get themselves some life insurance, you know, especially for those of us with dependents, whether it's wife, kids, mom, dad, whatever. Always make sure that you integrate. Let life insurance be a bedrock of your investments. And again, this doesn't have to be only whole or IUL. No. If your affordability is into term life, please, I can beg you guys. If that means me getting on my knees to ask and beg you guys, bare minimum, get a term life for yourself. You will thank me later. And as always, my name is Nick. I do make personal finance content. If that is something that interests you, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button and follow for more practical ways that actually build wealth. Peace out.